Oh, hello, traveler.
What do you mean? Has something—
I'm afraid so. It's quite serious. So, I have an extreme... There was a meteor shower last night. The strike zone was very large, covering the entire countryside of Mondstadt and Liyue. The meteorites seem to harbor a strange power. A power that sends any who touch them into a deep sleep. The guild believes the meteorites to be highly dangerous.
Whoa, that does sound pretty serious.
Truth be told, we have never encountered anything like this before. The Adventurers Guild is currently stretched beyond capacity. We are relying on our members across the land to rally together and support the relief. One moment. Safety must come.
Catherine, vassal of the Imanachike? Do mine ears deceive me? Or didst thou cry out mine holy name?
Ah, you've arrived.
A pleasure to meet you again, Catherine.
Did that raven just speak?
Nice to meet you too, my friend. Though...
My loyal subjects, I see your faces are filled with fear and trepidation at the vile and villainous evils.
Traveler, allow me to introduce Miss Fischl, a senior member of the Adventurers Guild. Fischl, Oz, this is the
Oh, you are the traveler?
Honorary Knight of the Knights of Favonius and travel companion Paimon. We are honored to meet you both.
Traveler, do you also mean to confront—
Crypto—
I believe that Main Fräulein does indeed refer to the meteor.
The Adventurers Guild has so far been unable to ascertain the cause of the meteor shower, or the precise side effects of the meteor. Traveler, Fischl, please look out for one another on your—
Very well then. You have always been a pious vassal, Catherine, and thus I rejoice for to join the Prinzessin de Verurteilung on her majestic—
This young lady is my master, Princess Fischl. She hails from a world beyond known as Imanachreich. I am Main...
Wow, that's— my name's Paimon, and he's a traveler. We look forward to working with you.
In time, you will understand. The more—
Blind to the glory of the Imanachreich, realm of everlasting night, though one can hardly expect more from a lowly traveler. Hence, it is not black—
Clemency?
Main Fräulein means to say...
These guys are the weirdest double-act Paimon's ever seen. The girl sounds strange enough as it is.
I am sure that you must have many questions. Perhaps we...
Oh, and that's another thing. What's all this about? We're in Springvale now. Catherine said that this is the closest impact site to the city.
The situation looks even worse than we imagined.
Ring the bells! Sound the trumpets! For the day of judgment is upon us. Rejoice, all ye who cry—
This princess lady seems
Dear mortals, in this dark hour, your Prinzessin permits you—
excuse... We come in peace, good sir. We were just hoping that you could reveal...
Wait! Stop! Let Paimon explain.
Oh, I see. Well, last night this fellow touched the meat, so however you plan to conduct your investigation,
What ridiculous remonstration is this? Is one not under the divine protection of one's Edelstein?
On the contrary, Main Fräulein. Wise is the princess who is...
Is that so? Very well then. One shall—
That goes for you too. Wise is the adventurer who is receptive to the sound of... Paimon never gets to talk like that.
You dare to parrot the parlance of the Prinzessin? What could one hope to comprehend of the lamenting? Perhaps it is better that you remain in blissful ignorance, for the burden of fate borne by the princess and...
Look! Another victim!
Pray tell, O knight, what tragedy befell this...
He's been sleeping all day and shows no signs of waking up. He did, and now he's fast asleep. Occasionally he also sleep talks. Can't go.
What's going on?
His dark dream harbors a forbidden fruit, poised between the jaws of a ferocious beast. Woe betide the weak should they peer into...
Do you mean there's something luring him?
Though we have no evidence to prove it, Mein Fräulein's
Greetings. I am Sister Edna. I am here.
State your name at once, you heinous heathen of nefarious night.
My apologies. Mein Fräulein was not addressing you.
I believe he said something about having to get back to work.
The wine. The wine. He seems to be sleeping deeply indeed.
This is no ordinary dream.
Can't you just wake him up?
I've tried. He awoke once, for a brief moment.
Did he tell you anything?
He said he dreamed he was on top of a mountain, and it was very cold there.
This has the trappings of a cruel, cold curse by a mountain-dwelling demon. Alas, one fears these demons have descended from their icy... This is a most grave state of affairs. But fear...
Sorry to interrupt you, folks. Do you have a moment to spare?
Oh, hey, Drav. What's the matter?
One of the meteorites struck the hill behind our village. Alan told everyone he was going to go You've seen how dangerous these confounded meteorites are.
Wait. So, big blazing rocks fall out of the sky, and all Alan's were...
Exactly. Once we get that rascal back...
Paimon could not agree more. Let's go find that rascal. That's him!
Alan! What the devil are you doing?
These slimes are so vicious. Do you think it has to do with the meteorite?
The hour of judgment has come. Let your fate lie in my hand.
I thought I was going to die here.
You fool! What were you thinking?
I'm sorry. I'll never do it again.
I sincerely apologize for the trouble Alan has caused for you all. I will make absolute...
Yeah, next time you think about doing something stupid, think again. Paimon's gonna go take a closer look. Huh? Princess, your vision is...
Oh, could it be, perchance, that mine Edelstein der Dunkel...
Maybe? What kind of things does your vision react to?
The profoundest of enigmas. The whispered secrets of the stars.
What? Why do you have to talk so funny?
Our apologies. Mein Fräulein is not well versed in...
Oh, so that's what you're for.
I fear you misunderstand. I am no translator, but a humble conveyor of Mein Fräulein's royal will.
Thank you, Oz. Those whose minds are muddled by the mundane matters of this world.
So, there's elemental energy in the meteorite, and your vision flashes in response to it? Paimon thinks probably yes. Anyway, no harm in giving it a try. Let's look for shards of meteorite using...
I believe we have found something.
That seems to be the last of them. Do you think getting rid of them will help me?
The question is, are these shards of meteorite?
Verily, I say, these meteorites are surely the source of the nefarious nightmares.
Yeah, let's do that. Edna! We got rid of the meteorite up on the hill behind the village.
Bless you. Thanks to your efforts, 2 of the victims have already awoke.
I'm so...
Great, so it did work.
I do hope you are able to dispose of the rest of the meteorites around the village.
This is wonderful news.
It is most gladdening indeed. Yet the news that I would be attending to this.
Hey, you just woke up.
All I remember is that it was cold. I was walking along a mountain path.
So, just hiking in the mountains?
I really don't know. In my dream, it felt...
Then thou wert surely cursed, I say. Oh, wretch.
Well, whatever the case, what we do know is that getting rid of the meteorite shards is helping. in the village now?
Ah, it's you again.
That's great. Seems like
Traveler, your arrival is most fortuitous. Clearly, my noble ambition to protect the souls of this wretched world compelled you to seek
envoy. You mean a dip?
Ah, yes. Let me fill you in here. Someone brought a message from the Dawn Winery saying that a lady there by the...
Oh, we know Adeline. She's the head.
Ah, it seems that you and Adeline are...
Then it is my great honor to join you.
Hey, so can you really understand that princess when she's talking? Because Paimon can't seem to. All right.
My dear friends, it is...
Paimon hopes Adeline has made some tasty snacks to.
Welcome to the Dawn Winery, dear adventurers. I'm Adelind, the head housemaid.
Thanks for the invite.
You are Adelind? Splendid. I am delighted to grant...
Dearest Adelind, on behalf of Her Majesty Miss Fischl, the Prinzessin der Verurteilung...
Would you cut to the chase already? Your titles are so wordy it takes...
My goodness, an adventurer of such distinct...
My pale-faced proselyte. How dare you interrupt a diplomat of the royal court in the middle of his speech?
In fact, one of our employees here at the Dawn Winery, a Mr. I hear that you were the ones who disposed of the meteorites. Thanks to you, we are in your debt. It is merely common courtesy that I should invite you over for tea. This...
Aw, you're too kind, Adeline. We're really just doing what...
You may now kneel before your Prinzessin and make effusive display of your thanks for the favor that I have generously shown to thee and thy winery ken. Take heart, my dear servants.
Oz, hold off on the translation. Paimon wants to have a try this time.
I applaud your powers of comprehension, my dear Paimon. You decipher mein Fräulein's royal utterances with remarkable ease.
The business of the winery reaches not only to all of Mondstadt, but to all the corners of Lua, too. Some of our workers do regular deliveries back and 2 of our delivery staff were due back yesterday. But as of this moment, I still have no contact from them at all. I worry that they became trapped somewhere when the meteorite struck. The winery is short-staffed at present, and I cannot afford to look for them myself. As audacious as it may be...
Okie dokie. Don't you worry, Adeline. We're expert people finders.
Wonderful. I suggest you begin by asking around at Stonegate. There were 2 carts in total, and the workers' names are Fritz and Ben.
Hello. We're looking for 2 Mondstadt. Okay then. Hello. Have you seen any Mondstadt merch?
Ah, I am afraid I have very poor eyesight.
Oh, okay then. Hello. We're looking for a couple of carts. Originally...
From Mondstadt, you say? You know, I think I did see one pass through here.
Really? Which way did it go?
Let me think. If I'm not mistaken, it was going towards
Thanks, mister! Now to chase down that cart. Yikes! There are so many of them!
Phew. Scared me half to death. Thanks so much.
So, which...
I'm Ben. How did you know my name?
Yeah, we're your official search party.
Per Adelind's wishes, we came here specific...
I suppose she must have started worrying because of the long delay. I'm afraid that Fritz's cart is stranded out on the main road between Dewall Marsh and Stone Gate. It got hit by... Anyway, we agreed that I'd finish the delivery and then bring someone back to fetch him. I really hope Fritz is okay. With me getting delayed here, the poor guy's been...
Between Stonegate and Dewall Marsh, right? Is the guy on the floor sleeping?
I believe so. I've tried everything, but he won't wake up.
Looks like he touched the meteorite. Just...
If by meteorite, you mean the rock that struck the cart. Worry not. I have dealt with that already using my magic. But by others... Do you mean to say there are others who have fallen into a similar slump?
One has witnessed with one's own Ogda Verurtelung the nightmarish slumber that proceeds forth from the Valley of Demon Bone. It has caused great suffering for the humble peasants in the Vale of Springdom.
As Main Fräulein most eloquently describes, we have just come from Mondstadt, where many people have also fallen into an unwaking sleep. Their symptoms are identical to those of this poor gentleman here.
Is that so? It appears these meteorites really made quite an impact.
Seems this guy is dressed like a winery worker. And we've already met Ben.
Given that worker's attire has precious few distinguishing features, I must conclude that...
Actually, Paimon's eyesight is normal. Paimon just has a really great memory. You're right, though. His clothes don't really stand out that much. Especially not compared to this guy over here.
And by this guy over here, you...
Yep. Paimon's never seen anyone dressed quite like you before.
I am a vagrant from Inazuma. I had just stopped to assist this poor gentleman when you turned up. Are you investigating the aftermath of the meteorite strike?
Yeah, we were sent to help out.
I am Fischl, Prinzessin der Verurtelung, responding to the cry of my people in...
I am Main Fräulein's humble familiar, Oz, the...
And Paimon is an honorary knight of the Knights of Favonius' best friend.
Oh? Then you must be said honorary knight of said Knights of Favonius.
Behold my people, your beloved sovereign in the flesh. Do not despair, for judgment by thundering retro...
Excuse me?
Don't mind her, just, let her...
Excuse me, what's going on here?
Oh, great! Good thing you're here, Mr. Millilith. This guy's fast asleep.
Ah, it appears this is now in the hands of the Millilith. It was truly a pleasure to meet you all. I have other matters to attend to now, so I shall take... Adventurers, I wish you every success in your endeavor.
Bye-bye. So, what happened was, we came here looking for someone and found them...
Thank you all for your cooperation. This victim is now in the care of the Millilith, and we will escort him safely to the disaster
relief station? You mean like...
Correct. We have established a disaster relief station at Wangshu Inn, where the unconscious victims of the meteorite strike can receive due medical attention.
A wise decision by the Millilith.
Paimon can't stop worrying about poor Fritz. We should really go check up...
I suppose I shall deign to join...
Yep.
This cruel curse of cold spreads without mercy. Oh,
hey! Keep your voice down!
Might I suggest we make some inquiries?
Halt! Who are you?
We've been commissioned by the Adventurers Guild to investigate the meteor...
I see. Very well, adventurers.
Paimon wonders what he's dreaming about.
Fritz does not appear to be here.
It's another sleeping victim.
His soul is in anguish, ensnared by 1,000 thorns.
Peace at last?
Main Fräulein simply wishes him a speedy recovery.
Come on, Fritz.
Another sleeper.
Most unfortunate. Crucified to a cruel cross of calamity. There is but one means of awakening those who slumber, and that is to...
Precisely, Main Fräulein. If we dispose of the meteorite,
This is so weird. That Millilith guy promised he was gonna bring Fritz here, didn't he? Let's go see what the innkeeper has to say. Excuse us, have you seen anyone come?
The Millilith arrived with several new victims not long ago. Due to the limited capacity in the tent.
Okay, well, could you give him a message when he wakes up? Tell him he needs to get back to the Dawn Winery as soon as possible.
I will. And if I may be so bold, adventurer.
please tell us what it...
Pray tell of thy troubles, that
I understand from the Millilith soldiers that this made me wonder. Perhaps my friends from...
From what we've seen so far, all you need to do is get rid of the meat.
Is that so? Then, if I understand you correct,
Yep.
in that case, I would like to enlist your services in that regard. Do you think you can dispose of the meteorites in the vicinity of the inn? Oh, wonderful.
what is that?
This meteorite is way bigger than the others. No worries that the bigger the meteorite, the more powerful it is. Let's see if there's any more bits left. The Fatui? What are they doing here?
This doesn't end here. Harbinger's nearby. You'll get what's coming to you soon enough.
So the Fatui are investigating the meteorites as well? This is too strange. We need to be extra cautious.
The seeds of nefarious nightmares appear to have taken firm root. Though my magic arrow of midnight purges them in an instant, they return with a vengeance.
Indeed, main Fräulein. Despite our best efforts to dispose of the meteorites, they continue to fall relentlessly.
The strikes are happening faster than we can get rid of them.
I, Fischl von Luftschloss Nofedort, have traversed 1,000 worlds. And this menace is neither monster nor magic. It is a curse.
A curse?
Such a foul curse could only arise as a consequence of the continuous cries of unanswered longing.
How very tragic. Is this the inevitable fate of mankind?
Paimon didn't quite get the part about the thing being lost in...
Were they not a curse upon humanity, why then should they send humans into slumber? To be lost twixt life and death in an unending dream, we must underestimate the magnitude of this matter no more. I fear this sinister force can withstand even the sum of all of our Traveler, fetch me the one fated to face this fearsome foe.
And who might...
Main Fräulein is of the opinion that one with the requisite expertise should be summoned to deal with this matter.
Paimon can't think of anybody either. Maybe we...
Catherine, the hour of destiny is upon you. I have invoked...
Let me see.
Whoa! She got it in one! Catherine must be super...
Unfortunately not. Though as it happens, the traveling astrologist Mona is currently in Mondstadt. Well, that simplifies things. Please wait. I will fetch her right away.
Someone looking for me? Who is it? Oh, it's you! So, what did you want? Astrology is an ancient and mysterious art. If your problem is a banal one...
So... here's...
And all of this was caused by the meteor shower.
The darkness consumes every corner of the land. And in the fading twilight...
Ms. Mona, your means are most crucial.
Huh? Are you all together?
I am Fischl von Luftschloss Nofadot, Prinzessin der Verirrtelang.
Prinzessin der Verirrtelang.
I hail from a distant and long-lost land.
In my what, Reich?
Alas, precious few mere
Mere mortal? Do you have any idea who you're talking to? Just give me 1 second with my scry glass. Then we'll see where exactly this homeland—
Ms. Mona, I humbly beseech you to refrain from probing the question of Main Fräulein's homeland. Surely a wise mage such as yourself—
No, but— Yes, you're quite right. So, the goal here is to get all the sleepers to wake up. Am I right? Understood. Alright then, don't you worry. First things first, though. We need to get out of the city. There's too much magical disturbance here. Wide open space. This will do nicely. I will now begin the process of hydromancy.
Whatever it was you just did,
Oh, astral emissary. Have thine eyes now—
Yeah, what did you find out?
How strange. I've never seen this before. The divination shows that these meteorites came from someone—
Constellation? But they don't have anything to—
That's what most people tend to think. But I've studied astrology for a very long time, and the stars that make up a constellation, the Stella Fortuna, are genuine celestial bodies. The strange thing is that they turned to meteors all of a sudden and fell from the sky. Why this happened, I am not yet sure.
A curse! A wretched curse, I say.
A curse?
I, too, have journeyed to the stars, gazed beyond the veil of darkness, and glimpsed a shred of the truth. There, only one who died the most agonizing of deaths could leave behind such— We must interrogate the population. Find the doer of this
Sorry, I'm not quite following you. What curse and what killer?
Don't take every word she said.
What's going on here? Why are the Traveler and Paimon frantically winking at me? Oh, I understand.
Thou dost? Marvelous!
Mutual understanding is the crucial first step towards
You are hereby appointed as an honored servant of the Prinzessin.
Honored? You should feel honored to have found me. Without me, you'd be—
Paimon likes you, Mona. You see—
Well, I'm glad you agree. Feel free to keep the compliment. With my astrolabe, I have ascertained the trajectory of fate. Next, I'll calculate— I need to look into the constellation issue in more detail. In the meantime, let me know— Don't worry about it. As far as the astrological aspect goes, this will be—
managed to get rid of loads.
Ah, good timing! There's something I need you to... Remember how I was saying that the meteorites belong to someone's... Theoretically, it's not possible for stars that are goodness knows how many light years away to suddenly turn into meteors and fall out of the sky. But, however paradoxical it... If we want to get to the bottom of this, the best way is to find out whose constellation... Based on what you've told me, it seems that all victims of the meteorites fell into a deep sleep, and all of them... Now, we may not know which mountain this was, but we can safely assume that it's not Dragonspine. Otherwise, someone would have recognized it, right? Did everyone definitely have the same dream? And where exactly were they in the dream? These are the questions that we need. I need you to find out more details about the sleeper's dreams. The more information we have, the closer we can get to the...
Seems we should head somewhere with lots of people around. That way, we should be able to find more victims to question.
I need to stay in an undisturbed environment, so I will leave the investigating to you.
Is there anywhere that we haven't been to yet?
There is Chinksa village in Liyue. Although it does not usually match your suggestion of... That said, I suspect that the Millilith will have turned that area into a site where victims can receive medical attention, much as they did at Wangshu Inn.
Hello, we're from the Adventurers Guild. Can you tell us if Chinksa...
Adventurers! Perfect. I was beginning to despair. These meteorite strikes have been going on for days now. Don't even get me started on how much trouble. If one lands in a field, no one dares to go and harvest the crops. And if one lands at the entrance, do you have any ideas on how to safely dispose of them? They're just making everything impossible.
Guess we'd better help this guy out. Done and dusted.
Wonderful. Oh, what a huge...
Have any of the victims woken since the start?
Oh, I wouldn't know. You're better off just taking a look for yourself.
Mortal, art thou also descended into the realm of...
Same situation that we've seen. Hey there, has this...
No, he has said a few things in his sleep, though.
What kind of things?
So cold, can't go on, things like that.
Somewhere cold, up in the mountains.
Hey, has this...
Not so far.
Okay, has he said...
Now that you mention it, yesterday he suddenly cried out, so high.
How high? High as a snowy mountain peak, maybe?
A wicked mountain. Its frozen peak looming high.
Let's talk to that guy over there next. Hello. Have any of the victims woken up?
Funny you should ask. Gao the Sixth literally just woke up.
All right. We're gonna go talk to him.
That's fine, but he's only just awoken and is still very weak. If you must question him, please be gentle.
Greetings, you who have suffered and lived to tell the tale.
Food. Need food.
Are you okay? Sounds like you're starving.
I need... home.
Home cooking from Chinksa village? Well, that can only mean one thing.
Food. Need... That's brought me back from the brink then.
Did you have a dream while you were sleeping?
Only the most exhausting dream of my whole life.
Really? Why? What happened?
Yes. How did you know? Way up in the mountains, the highest mountain I've ever seen.
What were you doing there?
I'm not sure. It's like I was... possessed. I was consumed by the idea of climbing up.
Was there something special at...
Who knows? Honestly, it's like I became a completely different person in my dream. It's hard to describe. It's like I was being controlled, as if somebody else put the idea of climbing the...
An intruder trespassed in the dark recesses of your...
An idea not autonomously generated by the individual, but that appeared within the subconscious. Yes.
All the other victims we've met have talked about being cold and needing to rest. Paimon doesn't even want to think about it. We need to... Mona! We found some stuff out.
An ice-capped mountain looms over the world from far above the clouds. That is the...
Ice-capped mountain. Is that all?
It's a really, really high mountain that no one's ever seen before, and it's super cool.
Climb the mountain. What sort of person would wish to reach the summit of that mountain?
And perchance some poor soul lies there, buried in the snow.
Or some intrepid explorer was
I'll do another reading. Aha! I see something here. It's a little vague, but...
Wow! That was fast!
Well, in case you'd forgotten, I am a genius.
Leonard. Paimon's never heard that name before.
Hi! Sounds interesting. Mind if I join you?
What ho! We meet again, Vagrant of Inazuma. My retinue and I were just...
The first time the Millelith were present, I had to forego the chance to strike down Mondstadt's savior. This time was a perfect moment. I was mere seconds away. But who was that mage? She could not have known who I am. Perhaps her powers revealed to her things unseen. Soldiers!
Sir!
Find them, and when you do... Another one?
My lord! It's happening again. This is the largest one we've seen so far.
They just keep coming. But so be it. Move out. Change of plan. Your prior objective remains in force. Continue to research the meteorites.
My lord, leave them to us. We will make short work of them.
Are you deaf or just stupid? When did I give you the right to issue your own orders?
My apologies, my lord.
Now move out and complete your objectives as assigned.
Any junior fortune teller could have told you this, but that man was a Fatui harbinger. That was too close. How did you manage to get caught up with a guy like him?
a Fatui harbinger. Why, their wickedness knows no bounds.
Whatever he was planning to do, he was heading straight for you. And he is an extremely powerful individual. I sensed it the moment I looked at him. He's far more powerful than you'd imagine, as much as it pains me to admit it.
Surely his power cannot match that of the astrological genius of the...
I never said that. His strength may exceed mine by a hair's breadth, but in astrology alone, he doesn't come close.
This reminds Paimon of something. We ran into some Fatui at Wangshuin too. What interest could the Fatui have in the meteorites?
They must be plotting something. Maybe.
Oh! The Fatui are the ones who caused the meteor shower in the first place. Was that it?
Paimon, that was my line.
Sorry. Paimon's Fräulein's mouth just works so much faster than everyone else's. Yeah. Where'd they get the power to pull stars out of the sky?
Osvaldo Hafnavines, what is thy opinion?
I think that anything is possible, main Fräulein.
So long as they can afford to pay the price, they will never stop sowing their seeds of destruction across the land.
I also believe.
Astral Emissary, you have performed admirably as a member of my retinue. I will dispatch my forces to protect you, and they will ensure that—
She means me.
No need! Paimon thinks that our current lineup works just fine.
You underestimate me, Fischl. I'm far stronger than you seem.
Main Fräulein trusts no one more than yourself, my lady.
There's really no need. In any case, you're in a much more perilous position than I am. If anything, you need my protection. Huh? What are— For now, we must deal with the new threat. My astrolabe tells me that a new meteorite has landed. Looks like we made it here before the Fatui. Quick! There's no time to lose! This is the one.
I sense an unprecedented—
the very heart of darkness descends.
What do the Fatui want with this? Is it the element?
It's possible. But if that were the case, other life forms would surely be drawn to the meteorite.
special waiting?
The time has finally come. Though it brings...
My loyal servants, one must bid you adieu till such time as I beckon you once more, though we have fate.
What? You're just gonna bail on us?
With the arrival of this giant meteorite, many more people have succumbed to the slumber. Strong as the soldier, Main Fräulein and I shall tend to the victims on the soldiers' behalf.
Goodbye. You are a good listener. I enjoy chatting with you. To be honest, most of the other adventurers in the guild only ever talk to me when they want this little journey we had. It was a great adventure.
Huh? You're talking...
Oh, yikes! What am I doing? I totally broke form!
What Main Fräulein means to say is that the mystical mysteries that vex and...
And now Oz's translation is the one that
Main Fräulein simply wishes to say that...
Most indeed. My dear attendants, I hereby charge the Ritter der Verurteilung with...
Who are you calling your attendant?
We will meet again. Once this matter is concluded, I propose that we...
Well, now we're 2 people short. But let's not get hung up about that. The good news is I shaved some dust off the meteorite and used it to do another reading. These rocks have been around for hundreds, maybe even thousands of years. Leonard must have lived a very long time ago. The meteorites carry his will and can pass it on to others. In other words, centuries on from Leonard's... A guy from the distant past with a burning ambition to scale the highest mountain. I'd be willing to bet that he was
an adventurer? That does explain his obsession with mountain climbing.
Our approach so far has been too passive, and time has been against us every step of the way. We need to change our strategy, and we need to attack this problem at its source.
Paimon agrees. From now on, we need to put Leonard at the center of...
Yes. Because if the meteorites carry Leonard's will with them, then it's precisely as Fischl said. I'm a little incredulous, but it turns out her blind guess was actually spot on. No, I'm a respectable astrologist, and... Anyway, all we need to do now is remove the curse.
Okie dokie. Since we've got a historical adventurer on our hands, Paimon thinks we should pay a visit.
Our records show that there have been many adventurers by that name over the years. However, I do recall that there is a book in the library authored by someone...
Author Leonard. Where are you, Leonard? The index says that Leonard's book should be in the northwest corner on the top floor of the library. Northwest corner... Found it! Of Mountains and Seas, a guide for adventurers, but the words have faded, and there are even pages missing. Paimon's got no hope of reading this. Darn. Maybe we're just wasting our time on this one. Oh, right! Yeah, Mona! She might have... Look what we found! Leonard wrote a book!
Ooh, let me see. I could have predicted it. Your average astrologist would definitely give up at this point. But I am Mona, progenitor of the future of astrology. I simply need to deduce the missing portions with my astrolabe, write them in, and then decipher the... Finished at last.
So what does it say?
Just as I thought. Leonard was an adventurer who lived 2,000 years ago. His lifelong dream was to reach the summit of a mountain called Pylos Peak.
2,000 years? So the constellation that...
Somehow, for some reason, this constellation was summoned down from the sky.
Paimon thinks so too. Whenever something shady happens, you can bet
the meteorites harbor elemental energy, which radiates out and lulls people to sleep by... And if I'm guessing correctly, there should be some sort of core meteorite among the bunch, within which is a crystal that harbor... Well, if I were Leonard, I would want to make sure the core lands right on the snowy summit that I never made it to.
So, the core should be at the top of Pylos Peak? Where is that?
It's the first I'd heard of it too. So, I compared the map from the book against the current topography of Mondstadt. Apparently...
Are you trying to say that the tallest mountain Paimon's never...
I once read somewhere that the Animo Archon, Barbados, once used his divine power to mobilize the winds and blow the ice and snow from the face of the earth. The mountains of that age were replaced by the vast stretch of ocean we see today. Still, a mountain that high, drop it into the ocean and it'll still leave a trace. The summit still reaches just above the water's surface, so the place known as Pylos Peak in Leonard's day is as Musk Reef. Oh, so this is Pylos Peak. Not much to show.
Looks like someone beat us here. Is this like a popular tour? Ah, it's you!
Huh? You again.
Look at the state he's in. Was he in that dream just now?
He managed to extricate himself from the dream on his own strength?
Just because you are powerless to do something does not mean that I am. You're too late anyway. I finished my research.
We knew it! This was all a dirty trick by the Fatui!
Save it! No more fun and games for me today. I'll come for you when I'm good and ready.
You entered the dream they've all been having, didn't you? How much do you know about Leonard?
Leonard? Who's Leonard? Whatever. I have bigger fish to fry. I've discovered something far more important, and far more terrifying.
What?
The stars, the sky, it's all a gigantic hoax.
The stars are a lie. What are you talking about?
Is this some kind of astrological debate between you and Mona? Because if so, seriously, who's gonna fall for that one when you can just lift your head up at night and see them up?
Oh, you are so naive, it kills me. Still, can't really blame you. After all, I used to...
A few moments ago, you mean...
Look, I really don't have the time to do this right now. What was the Jester thinking? He must have had some inkling of what we might discover on this mission. Would it really have been so difficult to give me a little forewarning? Time for me to go out and find the truth. So long, sucker.
Oh, can you believe that guy? He calls us suckers and then he just trots off. No one disrespects me. No one. Ugh. Time to show them what you get when you cross world-class genius with pure, unadulterated rage.
Wow, you fought so fiercely.
Told you. That's what happens when you disrespect me. You bet I am. Paimon, you agree too, right? Did I show those foot too?
Sure did. Without you here, those guys would have...
See? How do you like that, Harbinger? He seemed genuinely shaken, though. I don't think he was lying. I was always taught to talk about the false sky during astrological readings. I digress. Come on, let's finish the job we came to do.
Whoa! This must be the core! It looks totally different from all...
This stone harbors an unbelievable amount of elemental energy and human desire. Yes, otherwise the victims will never wake up. This core is the root cause of everything that has happened.
Do it!
With ropes, we can scale mountains. With boats, we can sail the seas. By age 40, I had conquered every last domain. Pylos Peak alone defeated me. As an adventurer, and well, maybe in other ways too. Now, I am approaching the end of my life. Many times I have sat and stared up at that peak as the boundless snow slowly engulfed me. It is a beast without weakness, the merciless face of the world. It fills me with fear. And when an adventurer loses courage, they can no longer climb mountains. My mountaineering days may be over, but I have a greater ambition now. Humans create tools to conquer nature, and when nature conquers them in return, they create better tools. Where our legs cannot take us, maybe our tools can. And when tools fail us, perhaps wings can carry us instead. My dear friend, I leave you my designs for the wings of incompletion. Against the unknown, humanity stands as one. To be alive is to seek, to set foot in every place that the eye can see. I have little time remaining, though the wind has not yet come for my soul. But between us and your children, students, and friends, I believe that someone will reach that place at last.
Wow. Well, that was unexpected. Who would have thought that human will can survive in the skies for millennia on end? Astrology really is an incredible thing.
What makes it...
The ability to communicate with the stars can give you access to all the secrets from throughout human history. Though, of course, very few astrologists ever reach that level. What's with the formal tone all of a sudden? And speaking of formal tone, what is the deal with that girl?
Paimon thinks so too. She's so... how to put this? Yeah. Although, is she one of these people who uses the wrong method?
You may well be right.
Even so, Paimon thinks that the most surprising thing of all was how Pylos Peak turned into a
A mountain of yesteryear now sits as an island in the sea. Almost anyone from Mondstadt could reach it now.
In other words, everyone can climb Pylos Peak now. Do you think Leonard would be happy about it? The situation with Pylos Peak might be a bit of a shock. With wings, people can travel further and higher than ever before and explore new and unknown places. The victims should finally start waking up now that we've dealt with the core. And We have finally finished our commission from the Adventurers Guild.